Hey folks, welcome back to Baten Kaitos. And last time, we were told that we should probably go see the doctor before we leave town. He has, something for us.
I mean, also, we kind of fucked up enormously last time. That also seems important to note.
Look, we went over this last time. If you haven't unleashed the soul of an ancient evil god when you're just wandering around a cursed forest. Anyway, yes, this doctor has explosives he wants us to take with us.
I mean, he could be a doctor of many kinds.
I like that as soon as he is questioned about how he got his hands on explosives, he's like, that's not important. Why don't you just go blow up the rocks?
They're naturally occurring explosives. So they're not even real explosives, they're just like the essence of explosive distilled into paper.
Oh, no. No. Those are actual powder kegs sitting on his desk.
Okay. But we're going to turn them into distilled essence of explosive.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I mean, I still think this raises an awful lot of questions about the point of having to distill essence of anything if you then just use the thing in the same sense as you use the essence of the thing. Like, I'm still not really over this. But hey, at least we're gonna, like, attempt to do good with them. Oh, that seemed easy.
Yeah, that's kind of how blank magnets work. There's just stuff everywhere, and you can just get some of it and take it with you. Like, if we wanted to, we could have gone to that barrel of apples, and we could have taken an apple with us.
And you can just walk around with these things and just absorb the essence of things.
Yeah. We just got some milk.
Are cows in this game called cows? I don't know how I feel about that. Like, am I imagining this?
Proceeding a little bit from our discussion last time of how Callus is kind of a piece of shit, for the most part, anytime somebody has a side quest, his immediate reaction is like, are we really gonna help this person? And you, the player, have to be like, yes, we are, dipshit.
Okay, so, like, I don't think I can really understate the extent to which this is not helping with my questions about how cards work in this universe. Like, could we not have just brought the milk? Like, why did this need to involve cards?
Well, how about instead we capture some fire in a card?
Like, we captured the essence of the fire in the card, but I thought that this stuff wasn't supposed to be, like, copyable. Like, I can't help but notice that the fire is still burning.
Well, we captured some of the fire. There was only one set of explosives. So we took that with us.
So, like, we can copy fire, but we can't copy explosives. I don't even know. Also, it seemed to me that we weren't being as much of a dick as we could have about being requested to go and blow up rocks. Like, what's up with that? We seem to take that awfully in stride.
I mean, I guess that's at least partially because we have to go that way anyway, so, you know, it's not like it wouldn't be on the way.
Maybe something awful happened.
You're damn right something awful happened. I mean...
He must have met an old friend down there or something, and that's what's been keeping him. Yeah, that must be it. I hope. You're a traveler, aren't you? Did you meet my husband down in the city? His name is Aljimo. Medium height, slim build, nice smile.
I mean, going by our record, we really ought to hope that we have never and will never meet him.
I didn't think so.
You can totally lie to her, and she'll be like, what the fuck, dude?
Say, if you happen to see my hubby...
I mean, that seems in character.
And tell him to come home right away. I'd really appreciate it. His name is Aljimo. Don't forget, Aljimo. Thank you so much. I'm anxious to hear from him.
I just noticed all the ornamental wing designs on all the children. That's, like, cute, I guess. It's very aesthetic. Anyway, I guess we've learned nothing, so we're going back down here again.
Ah, but you see, this time, we're going to finally...
burn this fucking forest to the ground?
I mean, I'm sure Callus would have absolutely no second thoughts about doing so, but no, we're just here to get this Magnus.
So we burned a tree trunk to get an ice card. That seems... I don't even know. Does the distilled essence of stuff in a card have, like, passive effects on the world around it, like the thing might? Like, does stuff get warm around fire cards and cold around ice cards? Does this stuff have implications of any kind?
I'm gonna be honest, I think you're digging in a little too deep on this one.
I just think this premise raises a lot of questions.
Anyway, this is a side quest, question mark, in which we are going to scare bluebirds into flying into this dude's trap.
Ah, tactical bird herding. Why not? I'm pretty sure this is how birds work, right?
We definitely caught some bluebirds of happiness.
Can we, like, distill their essence into paper and process it? Like, what's the result of that? Would we get the bluebird or just the happiness?
Yes.
I mean, do we even have to ask? And it's specifically the essence of the dead one. Like, elaborate at all?
I don't know what to tell you. This game has some lore implications, is all I can say.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so Nunki Valley is the next area. It's not particularly long or difficult. It's only a couple screens long. But we have an introduction. It's time for some timing puzzles.
Oh man, I love it when JRPGs briefly become platformers. Especially in that weird, nebulous 1995 to 2005 era where, like, nobody had really figured out how to get any of that to work. That's my favourite kind of video game. Although I'd say that as though things got any better in, like, 2011 or so. Ah, well, I'm probably reading too much into this.
Anyway, this is some very complex platforming, as you can tell.
Out of interest, does it let you, like, fuck up, or does it just... you can only press the button when it's clear? Can you jump at the wrong time and get, like, dunked?
Yes, yeah, you'll take a small amount of damage, but it's nothing major.
Damage, boring. It's not a real JRPG unless they A, allow you to jump at the wrong time, B, like, actually mess up your platforming and, like, push you off into the punishment zone if you mess it up, and C, have an exclusive missable item which you have to get by deliberately fucking up the jump. Like, these guys need to get on the right level, frankly.
So, anyway, we seem to have mysteriously got a short sword in our deck again. How did that get there?
Probably just got shuffled in with all the random distilled essences of what the fuck ever we've been picking up without much attention. Like, this is what happens when you make everything into cards, is you just carry around a bunch of cards and everything looks like cards.
Oh no, friend. This is something even better. See, what actually happened was that our fire sword went out.
Cool.
So, in addition to all of its many other, mechanics, we're going to call them, Baten Kaitos also introduces the idea that your Magnus will change over time. Your sword that is on fire will go out and just become a regular sword. Your bananas will ripen and change into a healing item. And then they will go bad, and they will change into an item that causes poison.
Ooh. And probably infuriating.
It is absolutely infuriating. There is... In fact, and this mechanic is the reason that the real-time 100% speedrun takes a literal week. Because one of the things you need, I forget exactly what it is. I want to say it's shampoo, but like, the only way to get it is that you have to keep a Magnus, and it takes like a literal week in real time to change into the shampoo.
I mean... like, can you cheese this with the system? Like, can you the end this thing?
Probably? I can't say I've ever cared enough to try.
I mean, I definitely know that if there is any genre of game that is enough of an asshole to have that kind of mechanic, and to try and stop you from cheesing it with the system clock, it would be JRPGs. Anyway.
I'm not even going to dignify this with an explanation. You already know exactly what this is and what it does.
They're bombs, aren't they?
They are absolutely bombs. I'm sorry. Doomers.
But we can't call them that, but because that would incur a copyright strike.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
They are largely notable for the fact that they do significantly more fire damage than they do physical damage, and they will obviously completely absorb fire damage if you use it.
I mean, they're bombs. I don't know what else we'd expect at this point, really.
They also drop, they also have really good drops. They're basically one of the only things in the area that are a reliable source of really good fire cards. And they drop a decent amount of experience for what they are. So, I mean, if you're really wanting to grind, this is the thing to do it on.
And it looks like they drop food as well.
Yeah, food is the out-of-battle healing item. So, like, the bananas and the bamboo shoots, those are actual cards in your deck that you use to heal in battle. But, like, the shish kebabs, you can just use those outside of battle to heal.
I guess it makes sense, because these guys would be, like, able to just naturally grill food just on their own. Because they're made of fire. also okay.
Yeah, every card has its own little lore attached to it if you expand it all the way. And, yeah. Some of it's better than others.
So basically what's happened here is that a guy wrote down the recipe for a thing, and then used a card to extract the essence of the recipe, to store the recipe in a card, even though the essence of the thing is also just some paper with some stuff written on it. Is that what's happening here?
Well, I mean, it's a lot easier to store the card than it is, the recipe could get lost, the paper could get damaged. Just put it in a card.
Is writing on a paper copyable? Like, is that like a unique thing, or can you like only take part of that? Can you duplicate writing? Like you can duplicate fire? Like I'm already avoiding having to think about the implications of time continuing to pass for the things in these cards. Like I don't even know where to begin with that. And I'm assuming that's gonna be used for all kinds of things rather than just like ordinary decay.
So something that's a little nifty is that once you've cleared a dungeon, you can just walk straight through it on the world map.
Cool. That's like considerate. That should be standard. That should be a thing that you get dinged for not doing. Also, did the option there say rest your wings?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. That's cute. I'm guessing there's also just like a bunch of stuff that doesn't serve a purpose, it's just vendor trash.
No, like I said, there's... You don't really get money for selling anything other than pictures. That's the one thing I can say is this game does not really have a concept of vendor trash.
Well, that's something, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this is assuming that we just skip past the bit where, like, you have to question why money as such exists and they don't all just use cards for it. Like, come on, the jokes about credit cards are right there. And God, I still love this music. Like, I might actually get the soundtrack for this game, despite never having played it, and probably never will. Anyway, is this... like, I assume this detour is going to be worth it.
I was just coming back to heal up before going to the city because, There's a lot that happens in the city.
Yeah, I mean, given the genre, I readily assume at the same time that there'll be plentiful save points in the city, but also we'll get, like, assholishly waylaid by cutscenes the minute we turn up, and it'll be annoying, and that's my suspicion. I played these games, I know how they work.